Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're diving into a world that is just, well, on another level of wealth and extravagance. We're going to try to answer a question that seems almost ridiculous. Why on earth do billionaires buy superyachts? I mean, seriously, think about that number, $500 million. Forget a mansion, forget a private jet. We're talking $500 million, and honestly, that's often just the starting price for a boat. It seems completely absurd, right? It's a level of spending that's just hard to wrap your head around. So what is really going on here?
Now I know what you're thinking. Most of us have a go-to answer for this. You see one of these floating cities glide into a harbor, and one thought probably jumps into your mind before anything else.
Yep, it has to be about showing off. It's the ultimate status symbol, the biggest flex imaginable. It's a giant, shiny billboard that tells the entire world, I haven't just made it, I've completely dominated the game.
And look, that's not exactly wrong, but as you can probably guess, it is a wildly incomplete picture. If you think it's just about flaunting wealth, you are missing the biggest parts of the puzzle.
That whole showing off thing, it actually has a fancy economic name. It's called a Veblen good. Basically, it means the more ridiculously expensive something is, the more people want it, because it's so expensive. And a super yacht is maybe the most perfect example of a Veblen good in the world. But that status symbol aspect, that's just the glittering surface. The real reasons are way more practical and honestly a lot more interesting. So, if it's not just a toy, what is it? Well, the real reason is less about a party boat and way more about building a fortress. Think of it as a mobile, private, and 100% controllable kingdom.
Okay, let's just let this number sink in again for a second. $500 million. To be super clear, this isn't pocket change, not even for a billionaire. This is a monumental strategic investment. You only spend this kind of money on something you believe is absolutely essential.
And oh, the spending does not stop once you buy it, not even close. The general rule in the superyacht world is that you'll spend about 10% of the purchase price every single year just to keep it running. So that's another $50 million a year on fuel, maintenance, docking fees, insurance, salaries. It just goes on and on. Why would anyone commit to that? Well, to run this floating kingdom, you need a full-time staff. And we're not talking about a handful of people. We're talking a crew of 50 or more. Captains, engineers, world-class chefs, security teams, you name it. It's literally a floating corporation. This is not a casual vacation. It is a massive 24/7 logistical operation. And here's the payoff. All of that money, all of that complexity, it buys one thing that's truly priceless to the ultra-wealthy: absolute control. Think about it. In a world where your every move is followed and scrutinized, a superyacht gives you unbreachable privacy. You control the guest list, the menu, the destination, everything. It's a secure bubble, a mobile family sanctuary that you can move anywhere in the world, whenever you want. But the story takes another fascinating turn here. Because beyond just being a private getaway, a superyacht is one of the most powerful and secretive business tools a billionaire can possibly own. This is where the yacht really shows its true value. Imagine you're trying to broker a super-sensitive multi-billion-dollar deal. If you do it in a boardroom in London or New York, the risk of leaks is huge. But on a yacht in the middle of the Mediterranean, you have total and complete discretion. It is the ultimate secure boardroom. It's a neutral territory for international deals, a jaw-dropping way to impress a client, and a place where the highest stakes negotiations can happen in total secrecy.
Okay, so it's a fortress and a boardroom. But owning this floating paradise comes with a really complex, demanding dark side, one that you almost never hear about.
And that brings us to what you could call the superyacht paradox. The dream is this idea of ultimate freedom, right? But the reality is you're chained to constant, expensive maintenance. You imagine these epic adventures, but you're actually dealing with logistical nightmares. Everything from finding a port big enough to dock in to navigating piracy zones. You buy it for total exclusivity, and you just end up attracting intense media attention everywhere you go. And for all that desire for control, you are completely dependent on a massive crew.
Which really leaves us with this final, big question. Is this $500 million ship the ultimate symbol of freedom? The power to go anywhere, with anyone, in total privacy? Or, at the end of the day, is it the ultimate golden cage? A massively complex, endlessly demanding, and isolated world that you can never really escape from? What do you think?